Good morning, students. Let's wait for 2-3 minutes, then we will start. Thank you. Good morning to all. Audible? Good morning to all. Am I audible? Okay, fine. Thank you. So today we are not going to start the new unit, but we do have the two sessions today, and definitely we are going to revise the entire 1 and 2 unit in these two sessions. Fine. So first of all, do you have any concern or any doubt regarding the mid-semester 2? So those who have any questions, you can ask right now. One of the students has asked me yesterday, right? So that's what I'm asking. If you have any doubt regarding the mid-semester examinations, please ask. Because before the mid-semester examination, at least we need to recall all the topics. So please. Those who have any doubt, you can ask one by one. Fine, so let's get started with the second unit. Okay. Previously, I have uploaded one lecture note, I guess, if I'm not wrong. That is from the unit number 1 and 2. All right, in a portal. Now, I already removed that because we do have the updated PPT of unit number 2. So let me upload it right now, and let me also ask the students to kindly check it once. Okay, just hold on. All the students are requested to kindly check it once whether the updated PPT has been uploaded or not. Unit number 1 and 2 portal, please. Is it uploaded, Falguni? Okay, thank you. Fine, so let me share my screen with you once again. Is it visible? Is it visible, guys? Okay. So what we will do, we will start with the last topic first. Then we'll come to the first. Okay. So that's what the outline. Regular expression, web scraping call, mail function, and web service and API. We are going to directly start with the web service and API first. Okay. Then we'll move to mail function. Then we'll move to web scraping. All right. And then we'll move to regular expression. Okay. So let's get started with the web service first. Okay. What do you mean by the web service? First of all, let me know. I want somebody to unmute yourself and tell me on this. What do you mean by the web service? I need answer at least. Fine. So let me speak now. Basically, it's a service only that is available over the internet. Usually, it is used the standardized XML, all right, messaging system, and that has been tied or binding. So it's a kind of application only that is accessible to the other applications over the internet. Fine. So basically, those are self-contained, all right. Modular, basically business applications, all right, internet-oriented, all right. So it's kind of a software system only that has been identified by a particular URL. All right. So basically, the public interface bindings are defined, which is described by using the XML. Fine. So it's a kind of a communicating mechanism with the standard interface of XML messaging and integrates the loosely coupled and distributed applications via third party, all right, and the independent platforms and the programming languages and the operating systems. So to learn the web service first, we need to understand the web service architecture. Okay, that how the request has been served. Till now, we know that there is a client, there is a server, okay, and if client want to access the services of the server, which particularly resides in the server, then client need to request first, right, and after that, server need to respond, and then client is able to access the service. Till now, we know that, okay, but before the client access the services of a particular server, there is some certain prerequisites are there at the server side. And what are the prerequisites are? So these are the steps, how the web server architecture works. If a client want to access the services, before requesting those services, first the service provider or a server from the server side, they need to create a particular service first. All right. Once the service has been created, it has to be described with the WSDL. All right. This is a web service description language. All right. So these are the main two tasks. It has to be performed at the server side. After that, we need to store. So that has to be published via Simple Access Object Protocol. And where we need to store, storage is at the UDDI. All right, Universal Description, Discovery and Integration, UDDI. Fine. So it's a kind of a central repository where all the web services are stored. So this is basically a service registry. Okay. So once all the services has been stored at this place, and after that, client need to access the service. So when the client is requesting, the request basically it has been forwarded to the UDDI only. Okay. So if the requested service it has been found in UDDI, then there is a replay from the UDDI only. All right. So after the requesting a particular service or particular finding a service, there is a retrieval should be there through the SOAP only. All right, and there are lots of binding between the client and server are there by using the SOAP. Okay, so this is how the web service architecture is. All right, and whatever the explanation I just spoke, this is all available in this slide. Okay, but yes, definitely there are some certain keywords are there for the web service architecture. So these are the basic web service standards are there. All right, definitely there is XML is there, XML markup language, then simple object access protocol, the web service description language, and universal description discovery and integration. Okay, so definitely it's open source. It's a primary purpose to facilitate the sharing the structured data across the different information, particularly internet. Definitely it's a lightweight protocol that is used to exchange the information in a decentralized or in a distributed environment. Definitely there is a SOAP structure is also there, like it's a kind of an envelope which has a header as well as the body part is also. Okay. As far as concern of the SOAP security, there is no security specific as well, but definitely if you are using the header, and this is a flexible that you can achieve any kind of the security which is added to the particular layer. Fine. So the WSDL is nothing but it's XML based language for describing a web service and how to access it. So particularly the web services, it's a kind of a one document only, right? Fine. So once we are going to register our service with the WSDL, what basically it gives? It gives a specific location of the service and the set of the operations to a particular exposures, right? So what exactly the WSDL document? It's a kind of a set of definitions or set of instructions, right? Now what exactly the definition means? Definition means which has a structure, right? And they have clearly mentioned that what are the statement which has been executed. So a set of definitions is nothing but it's a set of instructions and it has to be executed. All right. Like a document is written in which XML version. All right. Document share the data or retrieve the data in this particular format only. So all these things considered as a definition that it should be in that format only likewise. Okay, so that is a WSDL. It has a structure. You can see this. There are service types, messages, which port numbers are using, how many bindings are there. You can also use this. The next is UDDI. As I've told you that UDDI stands for the Universal Description, Discovery and the Integration, which defines a way to publish or discover information about the web service. Okay. So as far as the security concerned, there is no specific in detail, but only authorized person can publish and change the information in the registry. Fine. So like registering the web services, updating the web services or deleting the web services, that has been done by the authorized person only. Fine. So this is not used as far as concern of the mid-semester examination, but to understand that if you are using the business workflow, there are some security standards and some other standards that has been used in a particular layer. We need to keep in our mind. So if you are using the catalog and the description, there are some certain web standards are there. If you are using the document storage and communication, there are some certain standards are there. All right. There are some protocols that has been used. All right. So HTTP, SSL, TCP, IP, this kind of the security standards we are also need to consider. This is a web service stack. Okay. So what exactly the web service stack has? It's XML, messaging, description and discovery, transactional, right, reliable, scalable, and security, and then management and the business on the top. Fine. So that's what the theory part of the web service. Now let's take a look on this example of third-party API. Okay, API integration. We also did this in a previous session. How many of you were present in a previous session? How many of you were present in a previous session? How many of you present in a previous session? Please at least respond in chat box. No one is responding. How many of you were present in a previous session? At least please respond. It is a revision session only for you, because this will be asked in mid-semester examination. Priyank, unmute yourself. Priyank. Priyank, unmute yourself. Priyank, are you there? No one is interested in study. Fine. Let's have gone through the example. How to integrate the third-party API. Fine, I'm not asking that no one is interested, but at least I already asked for 5 minutes to respond in chat box. No one is responding. That's what I'm asking. That's why. I know that majority of the students are busy with the placement activity. It's okay. Fine. So let's get started with the third party API integration. Take a look on this. This is a website of openweathermap.org. This is basically providing API. All right. Okay. So take a look on this current weather data, hourly forecast, 4 days, one call API, daily forecast, 16 days, right? Climatic forest, 30 days, bulk downloading, solar radiation, global weather alerts, push notification, 5-day, 3-hour forecast, road risk API, historical weather data collection regarding that API. There are historical weather API for 40 years by timestamp and 40 years full archive. All right, history bulk, history forecast bulk, statistical weather data API, accumulated parameters. Right, there are lots of APIs you can find over here. All right. To integrate this API, you need an API key and the URL, and that has to be provided by this particular service provider. Okay. So first of all, you need to register yourself with that. All right. You need to subscribe. Definitely, it's a freeware only. All right. So you need to first of all register yourself, and then you need to register for a particular API. So once you subscribe, each and every API has a documentation. In this documentation, you will find, all right, your API key, okay, and your URL. After that, you need to integrate. Fine. So take a look on this. This is what the example, right? Definitely, we are going to use a curl only. So before we begin with that at least must have a small idea of curl, what exactly the curl is and how the curl extension works. Okay, so we'll back to that part soon, but definitely curl stands for the client for URL. Why we need a curl? Because as we know that the information that has been used on a server side basically from the external sources only, all right, via open API. So that allow us some kind of services to provide the information website without accessing their database. All right. So definitely to use it, utilize or to access those information, we need a curl. Okay, and it is a PHP built-in extension only. Okay. So how does the curl extension work? So if we are using web scraping, all right, there are some certain statements would be there. All right, very first one, that is the curl initialization. So for that, there is a function is also there, curl init function. All right. A second one, you need to set the various options. For that, curl op function it would be there, curl underscore setup. Okay. And in that, we do have some certain arguments also. Like if you are using the curl init, then definitely it has to be stored in a variable only, which means we are going to initialize the curl session. Fine. So after that, setting the various options for a particular session. So curl setup, into bracket, we need to give the initialization parameter, curl op URL, and which URL you want to fetch, retrieve. And the third one, which is a curl execution. So the function name is curl underscore exec curl execution. All right. So we need to give the initialization session variable in that argument, and the final curl close. So in any of the examination, I mean, you can say any of the questions it can be asked in mid semester examination, like how does the curl extension work? All right. So you need to write, take a look on this all 4 steps, all right, with their example. So this is the answer, initialization, all right, syntax or function which has been used for a particular step. So these are the 4 steps are there. Okay, fine. Now let's back to the code. So definitely we need API key that has been provided by definitely this API documentation, all right, or this website. Fine. After that, there is a Google API URL is also there, all right, and definitely CTID you will get from this, and we need to integrate this API key and CTID both. So now curl initialization, there are some certain options it has been set opt curl header, return transfer 1, curl opt URL, follow location, all right, verbose, and the SSL verification is also there. So SSL verify peer is also there, and then curl execution, and then curl close. Now, as we know that we are doing a web scraping only, right? So whatever the information we retrieve, right, by using this API, that has to be in a JSON only. So we need to decode the JSON. All right. So take a look on this. The data is equals to JSON decode response, and the data is there. Now, once you are retrieving the data, it has a lots of things in JSON only. So you decode in JSON, all right, and whatever I need, I'm going to print, all right, those data only. So take a look on this. There is one form is also there. Method is get, action is the same, all right. Input type, you need to type the city. So the page is supposed to be look like this. Just hold on. Let me show you. Take a look on this. Whether online, you need to give the labels, you need to give a text box and one submit button. Okay, so once I'm going to enter the city, it will give the weathercast information over here. Fine. So from that, what I need basically, I need a name of the city and then wind speed. All right, the data description and weather description small. All right, the humidity. All right, and the temperature. So I'm going to perform that only. So for example, if I'm going to write Rajkot, I'm going to put it on the submit. It will give you the status. Over the status, wind 5.5 kilometer per hour, sky overcast clouds, humidity 53%, and the temperature 303.32 centigrade. Okay. So this is actually a basically experiment only. Experiment number 7, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Right. So there are 2 experiments would be there based on the third-party API integration. I already teach you by using the weather. All right. Now you need to do for the cricket score, or you can say stock exchange, and that is a definition which is given in our lab manual, updated lab manual. Okay, so it might be possible that the many of the, that's what I'm asking, just at least let me know that how many of you were absent. So I want you to execute this one more time, and those who have already executed, they will have at least a good revision, because definitely this type of the questions will be there in mid-semester examination as well as in the final examination. So at least please respond in chat box that how many of you were absent in previous session, because in a previous session we had completed the unit number 1 and 2 both last Friday. So please respond at least in chat box. Okay, I came to know that Kumar, you are absent due to the placement activity, but I'm asking the rest of the others. Yes, I'm going to share the code in chat box only, but first at least I know that how many of you were absent. Only Kumar, Parth, Jatin, 3 student has responded only. What about the rest of other students? I mean, what are they doing? At least please respond. Fine. So this is the complete example. I already explained also and executed also. Now I'm going to share the code with you. All right. Definitely, you need to execute. Okay, just hold on. Let me give you one by one. Please execute it at your end. All right. This is very important as far as concern of the mid-semester examination. I want each and everyone to execute this. Those who have already executed, you are requested to once again please execute at your end. Right? Yeah. And please, I'm requesting now at least respond in chat box once you executed with this. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Let me give you the Google Classroom code also. Just hold on. Let me give you the code. The lab hash 1, 2, 3, and 4. All lab announcement is already done. The deadline is also already gone, but it's okay, fine. Those who have left, this is a code for all batch. This is a code for all batch. Okay, all batch. Please kindly join the Google Classroom as soon as possible and upload your stuff by today only. Fine. And once you executed with this example, you need to respond in chat box also. Thank you. Let me check it, Path. Let me check it. What exactly the error is? I think there is a issue with server only. Just hold on. Let me check it because it's already working in my system. So I think it is working in the other students also, right? If I'm not wrong, please respond because only one student have face issue. What about the rest of others? Try with this solution if you are able to find if may it work at your end, because this is the only issue of path. Okay.
हेलो सर.
Yes, Path.
સર આ CMD માં કરું કેમાં કરું? CMD માં જ ને?
કમાન્ડ પ્રોમ્પ્ટ ઉપર જ બકા.
આપવા
તું
નથી
લિનક્સ
થતું સર.
તું લિનક્સ યુઝ કરસ?
નહીં 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 વિન્ડોઝ.
કારણ કે આ સર્વરની એરર છે. આપાચે યુઝ કરસ ને તું?
આપા સ્ક્રીન પ્રેઝન્ટ કરું?
તું આપણે વિન્ડોઝમાં જ છો?
હા વિન્ડોઝમાં જ છું.
અને બીજા પ્રોગ્રામ્સ પહેલા રન થતા હતા, બાકી વેમ્પ નાખી
હા.
દે. વેમ્પમાં છે ને સિંગલ સોલ્યુશન આવી જશે. અલગ અલગ સર્વર તારે નાખવા નહીં પડે. કારણ કે પછી આમાં ઇશ્યુ કેવું થશે કે આજ પાછો પ્રોબ્લેમ
સર આ તો
થશે તો એટલા માટે.
2-3 દિવસમાં જ થયું, બાકી પેલા થતા હતા.
પેલા ચાલતું હતું એમ
હા
પર સર્વર એકવાર આઈ મીન સ્ક્રીન શેર કરેલા આપણે જોઈ શું છે ઈ. URL not found કહે છે.
હા સર બીજા પ્રોગ્રામ રન કરે છે.
બેક કર આપણો હતો ઈ પ્રોગ્રામ ઓપન કર. હવે પ્રોગ્રામ ઓપન કર. તારું મેલ આઈડી બોલ તો.
ડેટા ઉપર ચડી જાય.
પાર્થ
ડેટા
પરમાર
ચડી જાય.
10480.
હા 104802 હા
હા થેન્ક યુ. હું છે ને તને મેલ કરું છું એકવાર હજી. હા એકવાર જોઈ લે. થેન્ક યુ. યુ કેન સ્ટોપ શેરિંગ. Fine. So all the students please are requested to respond in the chat box if you're done. Thank you. No, but I think he already stored the file with the same name, P23 only, if I'm not wrong, because he just opened the code. That's why. Apart, can you please check it in form action?
યસ સર
Because I think you have written the P23 only, if I'm not wrong. Just check it once. Fine. So